Hey guys, Vigilant Phantom here, and today we're going to be talking about, you guessed it, sword flying. About a year ago, around Halo 2's release on PC, I made a video teaching you how to create a sword flying macro so that you can sword fly using only one button, which can be very useful on PC since the higher frame rates can make it more difficult to pull off. After I made that video, a later MCC patch busted this method of sword flying, rendering the macro useless, until today. Now, here's the easiest way to sword fly in Halo 2. Before we go any further, you're going to want to keep these three things in mind. 1. This method will only work on PC and you must be using a mouse and keyboard. While mouse and keyboard is now supported on the Xbox versions of MCC, you still need a PC since you must obtain a macro recording software. Now, for today, I'll be using IQ, but if you want to use something like macro recorder, that works just the same. 2. You must have the switch weapon action bound to mouse wheel down. Now that MCC has double keybinds, you can set this to the double keybind if you don't want to override your existing switch weapon key. And last but not least, to achieve the best results, set your FPS to 60. If you're wondering why locking your FPS to 60 gives you the best advantage, it comes down to the way sword flying works. As some of you may know, the traditional way of sword flying is to hit switch weapon, reload, and fire in rapid succession, with the reload button being key to a successful sword launch. What pressing the reload key does is essentially delay the animation of switching to the sword, tricking it to where it thinks its target is within range. This can be visually seen, as for a moment, the sword's reticle will appear red while you're still holding your other weapon, and with a lower frame rate, this moment will last for a longer period of time. So now that we got that out of the way, we can actually go and set up our macro. Here I am in IQ, and the first thing you're going to want to do is decide where you're going to want to assign this macro. Now this could be, say, a key on your keyboard, or, as I like to do it, a button on my mouse. Now IQ is being very strange today, and my mouse is either not showing up at all or showing up as this giant flashing square, but the process is still the same. You just want to head over here to Actions. I already have mine set up, so I'll just make a new one by clicking this little plus icon. And you can go ahead and rename this to Sword Fly. Next, you just want to select the button of your mouse where you want to assign this to. I like to have it as my front mouse button, which is kind of hard to see. Yep, there it is. And then you want to go down here, make sure you have delays off, keyboard events on, mouse clicks on, mouse scroll wheel on, and record mouse movement off. Then we can go ahead and record the macro. You're going to want to scroll your mouse wheel down one time. Go ahead and click whatever your reload is. Mine is set to R. And then whatever your fire button is. Mine is a left mouse click or mouse 1. Then you can go ahead and stop the recording. Press undo twice since it likes to record whenever you click stop recording. And here's where you're going to want to pay attention. So go ahead right down here to where it says set delays between all events. Go ahead and click that. And this number doesn't really matter, you can just type in something like 7, because we're going to have to change all of these individually. So for the first delay, we just want to double click it and change it to 13 milliseconds. Now for these two delays right here, they're actually good set to 7, so if you chose a different number for when you were setting the delay, you're going to want to set these two to 7. For the next one, however, you're going to want to set this one to 12, and then you're done. Your macro has been created, and you can go ahead and launch MCC. Now once we're in MCC, it's always a good idea to go ahead and check your settings just to make sure Halo 2 is indeed locked to 60 FPS. We're good, so we can go ahead and proceed. Now, what I like to test this out on to make sure everything's working properly, head over to the Halo 2 Anniversary campaign, go over here to missions, and High Charity is a really good mission to test this out on because you can get an energy sword fairly quickly and get 2 non-moving targets. So we'll just go start this up, start it up on easy. You can go ahead and turn on any of these skulls to your liking, and we'll go ahead and start. Alright, here we are, and I've kind of run up this ramp here, and right now, here we have a nice little combat form with a sword. We can go ahead and run back now. Alright, now that I've cleared those guys out, now we can go test it out. Just press our button here, and boom! Works like a charm. Bam! 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 Yeah, I'd say that works pretty well. And it may not work 100% of the time, but it's a very, very effective way of going about sword flying. Let's go have some fun over here. Yeah, here I'm having some issues. There we go. My sword's kind of running low. Got that guy. Here, let's grab a beam rifle. Head through here. Let's see if we can get some good sights on this brute. Bam! Oh no. Oh, wait. Oh, that's perfect. Bam! Got him. Alright. You. Oh, okay. This is good. So as you can see, it works really, really well. Almost flawlessly. And, well, that's gonna just wrap out the video here. And there you have it, the easiest way to sword fly in Halo 2. Now, if you enjoyed, be sure to like, maybe even subscribe, and be sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, as I'm working on a couple mod projects right now which you may have seen, such as my CEA mod for Halo Reach, and I'll also be working on, say, how do I say this, a mod that centers around a certain Dr. Freeman. Or something like that, I don't know. But anyways, make sure to stay subscribed, like the video, and also, if something happens and the delay times change again, which is what happened from the last video, I'll be sure to pin a comment down below with the updated delay times, or if you think you find even better delay times that work even more flawlessly, of course you can share those in the comments below as well. And, well, with that, I guess I'll see you guys in the next video.